Despite facing internal challenges and past electoral setbacks, the Convention People's Party remains optimistic about its prospects in the upcoming 2024 polls. The party, which has historically performed abysmally in recent elections, is banking its hopes on new strategies to secure victory. Citi News' Akosio delves into the CPP's chances in the upcoming elections, assessing the party's strengths, weaknesses, and the potential impacts of its new strategies.
At long last, the battle has ended. Ghana, your beloved country, is free forever.
You may be familiar with these words from Osajefo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the first president of the Republic of Ghana. Today, we are not here to talk about the personality or his principles or what he stood for, but rather the party he founded and was the leader of, the Convention People's Party, CPP. What has become of the party? It has failed to win elections in the past years and has also failed to be united at its leadership front.
1, 2, 3, 4!
Recent elections in Ghana have exposed the minority political parties as an insignificant fragmented rump with no chance of forming any government soon. While the NDC and NPP retain their electoral dominance, their domination is, in the long run, detrimental to the democracy of the country. It limits choice to parties and denies much of the electorate a real alternative. After Ghana became a republic, the party that ushered the country into independence and led us into a republic, the CPP's continued decline in elections is significantly damaging to its historic legacy.
If we are to judge by the previous or several election cycles that we've had in this country, it is clearly that CPP has been diminished. If you look at the antecedents of the NDC, NDC is a congress, an offshoot of many parties, and in particular from the Nkrumahist. Everybody in the NDC is more or less an Nkrumahist. So the emergence of NDC in 1990 to this time has really caused the demise of the CPP, if you ask me, to the extent that no election in this country has been had where the CPP had done above 3% or even 2%. It tells you the scale of the problem the CPP faces in our recent political history.
Sylvester Soprano, Director of Communications of the CPP, revealed that the party has never held polling station elections in the past 31 years. According to him, this is one of the major factors accounting for the party's abysmal performance.
Comrade Greenstreet, who incidentally was for 8 years the General Secretary of this party, before he, for 8 years or for 2 terms, he was flag bearer, was not able to organize the party at the polling station.
But I mean, that would not be fair to him, because even before Greenstreet, I'm sure that you were not able to organize your polling station.
Sure, but at what point, I'm not blaming him for anything. I'm simply asserting a fact. Ghanaians are much more familiar with Comrade Greenstreet, by the grace of God, and he was twice General Secretary before he ran for president, in 2016, before he ran again in 2020.
He failed the party.
And I wouldn't say he failed the party. Those are your words. I'm simply saying that Comrade Greenstreet, as General Secretary, could not organize the electoral area and the polling station, and for 8 years as General Secretary. And when he was the candidate in 2016, he couldn't make it happen, and as well in 2020. And I think that is one of the reasons why the party is not able to thump its chest and assert that we'll go to the polling station and get a certain number.
Daughter of the late Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and also the former chairperson of the CPP, Samia Nkrumah, believes the party has failed to uphold the ideologies of Dr. Nkrumah. Another reason, she says, has led to the failure of the CPP live up to expectations.
Kwame Nkrumah's CPP had certain strong objectives. So the focus was the people of Ghana, the people of Africa. So you are guided by certain principles. Now you're asking me, today's CPP, are they guided by these principles?
Despite the current internal wrangling, the CPP says it is poised to win the general elections in 2024.
Even though today the CPP is in dire straits internally because of certain stresses, I want to remind Ghanaians that with 8 months to go, the CPP can still win the 2024 election. With Mr. Alan Chamartin having split from the New Patriotic Party, you see, and the NDC generally confused. We feel that the Ghanaian people, having seen that between President Akufo-Addo and President Mahama, that there is no water passing through them, that in fact they are some type of Siamese twins, insofar as their policies to run the country have brought us to where we currently are, on our knees, groveling before white people, the former colonialists, begging for money. You see, insofar as Nana Akufo-Addo and President Mahama are like that, always going around groveling and begging white people, instead of using scientific socialist strategies, as the Convention People's Party and our tradition often does. Because of this, I am confident that in December, Ghanaians will surprise the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress by giving the Convention People's Party power to, govern this country so that we can create work and happiness for the youth.
However, Musa Dankwa, Executive Director of Global Info Analytics, says it will be difficult for the CPP to win elections in Ghana.
Even you look at the emergence of Nana Kwame Bediako from nowhere, and suddenly he's doing 2.5% in the polls, whereas all the other candidates that are linked in Krumais or whatever that so far have their pictures or posters on are doing less than 1%. I don't see any shakeup from this particular Nkrumah group in this election. I don't know whether they are part of the alliance that the Movement for Change is trying to put up. Maybe that is what may make them a bit visible if they are to join any alliance. But on their own, to be honest, I can see them not doing anything in this election cycle.
Aside the presidential elections, which the party has failed to win, it has also no parliamentary representation. But this time around, it says it will contest all 275 seats in the 2024 polls.
With regards to the parliamentary efforts of the Convention People's Party, and because there is such massive dissatisfaction with the way President Akufo-Addo has treated Ghanaians, and the flippant manner he communicates with us, I believe the Convention People's Party is going to contest every parliamentary seat. So at the moment, we are doing a lot of groundwork to identify credible, resourceful, proven candidates.
For the Convention People's Party, they have just few months, actually just 8 months, to do the magic, that is win the election. The question is, will they be able to? But they want the youth to rally behind the party to push its ideologies. Reporting for Citi News, my name is Akusia Oche.